Good day, I'm Lorraine Mendez, and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, November 2. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has called on world leaders to increase the quality of climate finance available to small island developing states. Mr. Holness made the appeal on Monday as he delivered Jamaica's national address at the 26th United Nations Climate Change Conference of the Parties, COP26. The Prime Minister says funding is urgently needed to strengthen Jamaica's resilience and reduce its vulnerabilities.
This means boosting grant funding from its current levels and allocating at least half of concessional climate finance to support adaptation and resilience objectives.
COP26 is being held in Glasgow, Scotland, under the co-presidency of the United Kingdom and Italy. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Andrew Holness unveiled Jamaica's climate change adaptation and mitigation plan at COP26's plenary session on Monday. In addition to sharing the country's revised nationally determined contributions, Mr. Holness revealed that work has commenced on the 2050 long-term emissions reduction and climate resilience strategy. Jamaica has sponsored a catastrophe bond to finance losses from hurricanes and launched a green bond project on the Jamaica Stock Exchange to fund environmentally sound initiatives. A predictive climate risk tool is also being developed to identify vulnerable areas to guide infrastructure development and investments.
Our climate-smart agriculture projects are integrating technology and once again attracting young people. Our mangrove restoration program is well underway together with our efforts to plant 3 million trees in 3 years. And our fish sanctuaries and pilot programs for reef restoration are effectively engaging coastal communities. Colleagues, let us all play our part and meet this moment with urgent and decisive action.
Regional governments are collectively intensifying efforts to reduce multi-hazards such as hurricanes, volcanic eruptions, and the COVID-19 pandemic. The solutions are being supported through the 7th Regional Platform for Disaster Risk Reduction in the Americas and the Caribbean, RP21, now on until Thursday. It's examining matters such as social protection, building resilient economies and infrastructure, green economies, and disaster modeling. In his opening address yesterday, Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Desmond McKenzie said government would be creating the necessary financial management to address these disaster issues.
We have therefore initiated specific and measurable programs, policies, legislations, such as the Disaster Risk Management Act, the Building Act, the Disaster Fund, and the major infrastructure development program to integrate disaster risk reduction into the national development of the country.
The RP21 conference is being hosted by the Government of Jamaica from November 1 to 4 under the theme Building Resilient Economies in the Americas and the Caribbean. Jamaica's supply of COVID-19 vaccines will increase by over 500,000 doses over the next few days. On Monday, a donation from the government and people of Canada of 369,000 doses of AstraZeneca arrived at the Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston. Another 204,000 doses of Pfizer vaccine are expected on Wednesday. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is reminding the public that the Pfizer vaccines will be used to inoculate persons who are awaiting their second dose of that brand, and the balance is prioritized for children 12 to 17 years old. Persons due for their second dose are being asked to schedule an appointment at moh.gov.jm or call the vaccination center at 888-1-LOVE. That's 888-663-5683. You can choose your preferred date, time, and vaccination center. Members of the public are reminded to take a government-issued ID, school ID for students, or letter from a justice of the peace, as well as their vaccination card to their appointments. More students and teachers continue to benefit from the Education Ministry's One Laptop or Tablet per Child initiative with an additional donation valued at $1.6 million. This donation, which was made by Unicomma Jamaica Limited on Thursday, will see 20 laptops going to secondary school students and primary school teachers.
Thank you so much for this donation to our One Laptop or Tablet per Child initiative. The donation of 20. Very nice. Laptops, Lenovo laptops, to our children, 10 for our students, and 10 for our teachers in our primary schools. As you may know, we are about to begin an initiative to hand over 5,000 laptops to our teachers in primary school. And so this adds to that.
The Education Minister says technology will remain a permanent part of the education sector beyond COVID-19 as Jamaica aims to become a digital society. And finally, the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information says there's an increase in reports of child abuse since the launch of the 211 helpline in September. State Minister Robert Morgan reports that over 6,000 calls have been made up to October by children and concerned members of the public. He was speaking recently at the launch of the Mentorship for At-Risk Youth project by the Optimist International Caribbean District.
When we look at the data that comes to our ministry, we realize that there are significant incidents of child neglect within our society. There are significant incidents of child sexual abuse. There are significant incidents of child physical abuse.
The 24-hour child abuse helpline, which replaces 888-PROTECT, can be dialed from a cellular or landline telephone free of cost. And that's it for JIS News today. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Thanks for watching.